I'm Zach Moore. We started here at Swift Manufacturing in 2011. We're a job shop that covers a pretty large area in pretty large territory. Primary clientele is some big local machine shops, all the large steel mills still in the area, some of the chemical plants, automotive manufacturers in the area from Toyota in Buffalo, Toyota in Georgetown, Kentucky, a little bit for Honda in Marysville, Ohio. We cover some of the sanitation departments from different cities in the area, the city workers in different areas, some of the pipelines we do for Marathon as a third-party vendor. So we supply a lot of the parts for Marathon shutdowns and general maintenance through their approved vendors as a secondary source. So we pull from about 400 different clientele. I'm the owner. Me and my father started this company after I graduated college. Took a job out of the area for a while. Didn't really care for that, rather would have been back home. There was a need for this type of a business here, type of supply here. My contacts through internships and working through college was able to grow, and my father's contacts where he had been in the industry for so long. So we were able to come in and fill a niche that was needed in the area. And we're continuing to grow. Started a small company with just, like I said, one guy. So we've continued to grow every year, and it works out good. And Florence County is a good place for that. Economically, you can grow. Cost of doing business is very low here, which is a plus. So we're looking to grow and looking to expand.
This machine is a standard 2D WATERJET cutter. It does have dynamic taper control, which will allow you for straighter corners, more accurate parts, but it's still just a 2D 3-axis machine. Runs 87,000 PSI, 50 horsepower pump. I think he's working on 1-inch A36 mild steel currently. These are actually lifting eyes for Steel of West Virginia. So this is a 5-axis WATERJET. Still 87,000 PSI, but it's a 100 horsepower machine, capable of 15 foot by 10 foot by 12-inch thickness. This machine is a true 5-axis, so you have an X, Y, and a Z, B and a C motor on top. So you're capable of doing countersunk holes, weld bevels, any type of plate prep, any type of bevel, angular cut, anything of that nature. That's actually why we put this large of a machine in, is we were cutting 12-foot diameter circles, and we'd have to turn it 3 times on our smaller machine. So now we just have a 2 setup stage to be able to do it. So this is a Trump 1030 2500 watt solid state CO2 laser, complete flying optic, so stationary bed, and then your head is flying. We processed up to 3/4 inch mild steel, 3/8 stainless steel, and 1/4 inch aluminum over here, at a much more cost effective manner than off of the WATERJETs. We're going to build a fab shop, move this out, and I am looking at about a 6,000 watt laser to put here. So we actually run the lasers when we do the WATERJETs. So this is actually a 24-pound Seacoast gun. That's what it'll end up being. We just shipped one out of here, a 10-inch Confederate Columbia cannon, went to Fort Moultrie in Charleston, South Carolina. The original barrel was one of 10 of those Confederate 10-inch guns left in the world, and they were redoing the base for it. Okay. These are just robotic tugger carts, so they'll get a hitch placed onto that, get pulled in a train throughout Buffalo's plant. I do believe they're spec'd to hold 2 engines on top of them, so they have a pallet that'll fit that frame. Those are shipping pallets for Toyota. But we're kind of a job shop. Anything and everything that comes through, we don't try not to turn too much down. So we're QCing a part using a system that will compare the actual part to the drawings, sort of a modern day optical comparator, and then print out a report so you can provide to the clientele, showing what the actual nominal measurements are supposed to be, the tolerance given by the client, the actual measurements, and the deviation per their spec on the print.
old steel mills around this area. The print got lost in 1940. You can take it off, place it on here, reverse scan it, and then go in and add your critical dimensions with the engineer at that point. Speeds up the drawing process quite a bit. If you just go to a trade show and take a look, right now, especially in the metal producing industries and the steel industries, everything is subtractive manufacturing. You start with a large block of material and you remove from it. There's waste, there's scrap, there's all kinds of extra process involved. So now everything's starting to transition to additive manufacturing. Started with 3D printing of plastics. We're actually able to 3D print metal now in small production environments. I see that as the future. Pretty soon it won't be, hey, I need a gear, so let's start with a block of steel, let's cut it, let's machine it. It'll be, let's design this gear and let's print this. I see that as the future in the area, in the world in general. It's more cost effective, it's more environmentally friendly. I think that's the way things are going to start to go. But this area needs to catch on board with some of this stuff. We're lagging behind to an extent from other areas, and there's a few that are trying to push it along, but it would help to have people that move into this area that have a background in it, have the drive in it. That's a key thing. This area at one time was a world-renowned leader in steel production, and we have maybe 4 mills left in the whole area. So I would love personally to see manufacturing come back in here. You got to have your main producers, and then you can get manufacturing off of that. What we do now is mostly supply to places that are steel production, places that are automotive production. I would love to see some of that secondary production come back in here, some of the arts, statues, and things of that nature that you see in some of the more thriving areas around the country. But in order to do that, I think we do need to get a lot of manufacturing type of jobs back in here. And it's great with Liebert's next door, but they're pretty much the big boy in Lawrence County as far as a production facility goes, and we need more of that.